Welcome back, everybody, to some more Atlanta Hawks. My GM. You can see we got Costa Machidi in the gym, working on some three-pointers now. Just gonna see how many of these he can hit. Already, you can see how comfortable I am just shooting with him. He might be a huge part of this offense anytime I'm playing the game, because I'm very. I don't know if it's his shot or what it is, but his release, I'm pretty comfortable with it compared to a lot of the other guys we have on the squad at the moment. So be on the lookout anytime I play a game for Machete to have some big numbers for us. I mean, look at this. Hitting probably about like 75% of these shots right now. Starting to go on a little bit of a cold streak, but just the absolute shooting that he brought in the first game completely shocked me, as he was our last of 3 first-round picks. He was just at the end of the lottery picks, I think. So, I mean, it's not like he was like a second-round pick or anything. So, really look out for him to find more of a role in the offense, especially because of just how good he is of a shooter, and he can actually defend on the perimeter. So Machete will definitely be a big part of this team moving forward, more than I had previously thought going into the season. So really look out for him to make an impact, maybe even make a run at that Rookie of the Year status himself, even with DeAndre Ayton and Michael Porter Jr. both on the roster as well. I'm very happy with the trades we made to acquire these guys, and you can see it's starting to pay off for us with Costa. And we also just signed Mario Hezonja off the free agency. He was a bit expensive, $7.45 million for him, but he was on the free agent market, and he's another guy who can, if he's in the right role, he can knock down some shots for you. So I wanted to see how we could turn him in. And we also made sure to give him the team option just in case he plays well enough to the point where I would be interested in bringing him back for another year. He is 23 years old. He's got a lot of potential for us, and if he can develop more around that three-point shooting and be more than just a wing player for us, as you can see, he's got some good three-point shooting stats, or at least attributes. So we're going to see how it translates over into the game, but just more of a depth piece for us. Now, I don't know where that leaves Doug McDermott. I think these two guys are going to be competing for minutes probably most of the season. It depends on who's hot, what game, who's shooting better. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see between the two. Now let's start to simulate some games here to progress past, just one game. Right now we are currently 1-0, 68% team chemistry. And we are going to simulate some games here, as Tyreke Evans does come out down with a stomach virus. That's not very good. We did lose to the Nets, we lose to the Bulls, so we lose 2 straight games. Can we get the Nets back? Yes, we do. So 2-2 to start off the year. We lose to the Rockets. Not very surprised by that. So Tyreke Evans is back and in full strength. We lose to the Heat and the Grizzlies in back-to-back away games. Come down against the Mavericks. It's going to be interesting to see how we perform on the road versus at home as well. Let's check out some of the stats. D'Angelo Russell had a really good game against us. Couldn't really stop him or Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. We did a good job against Jeremy Lin, though. Dennis Schroeder had a really efficient game from the field. Costa Machidi had a complete 180 from his first game, only shooting 1 of 8 in this game. Hezonja actually hit a 3 for us. Tyson Chandler grabbed 7 rebounds. Ersan Ilyasova with 5, 5, and 2. And then look at DeAndre Ayton completely filling up the stat sheet. 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 points. Michael Porter Jr. didn't shoot very well either. Tyreke Evans 5 for 2. When we're not on from the three-point line, I don't think we're going to win a lot of games. This team is basically going to live and die by defending and shooting a lot of threes. As Doug McDermott actually with 3 free throws there. Mario Hezonja hit a shot. Ersan did pretty well in that game. Tyreke Evans shooting 50%. DeAndre Ayton 12, 8, and 2 blocks. 12 and 9 for John Collins. And then Costa bouncing back pretty nicely other than that 5 turnovers. 3 for 4 from 3. Dennis Schroeder, not surprised that he is leading the team in points every time. Pretty much we simulate 19 and 5 there. I'd like to see him get that assists up a little bit. Ersan Ilyasova with 15 and 11. How about that? Costa shooting 2 for 5 from the 3. That's not bad. Tyreke Evans with 7 assists. DeAndre Ayton with 12, 13, and 2 blocks again, completely filling up the stat sheet. Even John Collins with a double-double there. Loving what I'm seeing, especially from the younger guys. Like DeAndre Ayton. Costa is definitely not afraid to shoot, whether he's making them or not. So, definitely glad to see that. Michael Porter Jr. finally leads the stat sheet. 18, 5, and 6 with a block. 14 and 6 for Ayton. For Schroeder, only 3 assists. Got to get that up. 6 for 10 for John Collins, 12 and 8. 11 and 9 for Ersan Ilyasova. Avery Bradley, he's more. I'm not expecting as much from Avery Bradley, as his offensive game is more going to be centered towards Tyreke Evans, while he'll be worried about more kind of the defending part. Costa only shooting 4 shots in this game, but he does put up 5 points. Now we played the Heat, and Dion Waiters actually had a really good game against us. Michael Porter Jr. putting up 23, 6, and 2. Ooh, Dennis Schroeder only 4 for 14. Bradley shot very efficiently. Ilyasova, he was pretty good too. Tyreke Evans shooting 50% from the field. DeAndre Ayton with 10 and 7. Mario Hezonja doesn't put up any points this time. Costa puts up 5, 4, and 2. Surprisingly, he's been much better at rebounding than I would have expected. Especially in the game I played, he grabbed a ton of rebounds. So we got 2 more losses to really look at here. KCP, the leader of the Memphis Grizzlies, as Dennis Schroeder does have a really good game here, shooting 50% on 20 shots, 26 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, double-double from Mike Porter Jr. Like to see more assists from Tyreke Evans. What else? DeAndre Ayton with another nice game, 9, 11, and a block, and a steal. Costa Machidi with 10 and 5, shooting 50% from the field. Mario Hezonja, again, only shooting about 1 shot. Doesn't make it, but he does make a free throw. Avery Bradley there. Tyson Chandler. Surprising that he put up 8 points. Only 2 rebounds, though. Trey Burke with 7, so he's become a nice backup point guard, I feel. Doug McDermott knocked down a 3 in this game. John Collins, though, pretty much shut down in the points department, but the rest of the stat sheet looks pretty good. 7 rebounds and some double assists, blocks, and steals for him. And then in the final game, Tyreke Evans leads the team in scoring, 12 and 10 for John Collins, 11, 10, 1, 1, and 1 for Porter. Dennis Schroeder, just a very pedestrian game from him. DeAndre Ayton, 3 blocks, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Machidi, 2 for 5. Tyson Chandler, 9 and 9. That's a really good game for him. 8 points for Bradley. 1 for 3 for Hezonja on the day. Ilyasova shot 1 for 11. Wow, that had to kill our game. He shot 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. And here we can see some of the stats for Costa Machidi. He is defending fantastically. He's defending better than Avery Bradley is right now. His opponents are shooting 20 of 73. DeAndre Ayton's defending pretty well. But seriously, highlighting Costa's stats here. Points allowed altogether only 45. I mean, that's amazing. 3-pointers attempted. You can see Machidi is up there. 3-pointers made. Machidi is number 1. Ilyasova not shooting the 3-ball as well as I had hoped. Turnovers, Ayton actually turning the ball over the most out of everybody on the team. It's not really a surprise as he's a rookie, but it's a surprise because he's a center. Block shots, though, 13 already on the season. Steals, 14 for Schroeder. Assists, Schroeder does lead us, but with only 39. That's not a lot. Points, Schroeder has scored the most. Not really surprised that the top 4 point scorers for us. Plus minus, Avery Bradley and Ersan Ilyasova, the only 2 guys in the positives for plus minus right now. That is a little bit surprising, at least from Ersan Ilyasova's perspective. Everybody else in the negatives, unfortunately. Field goal percentage, or excuse me, opponent's field goal percentage. Costa is allowing a 27% field goal percentage when he is on the court. That is amazing. Only allowing about 5 points when he is guarding a defender. Minutes per game. It's not like he's not getting a lot of minutes either. 16 is a pretty decent amount. 3-point percentage. Costa's shooting .500 from the field. Or excuse me, from the 3-point line. Doug McDermott 42%. Hazonia was 40%. I'd like to see Evans and Schroeder at least get that up to about 38. Bradley as well. Ilyasova shooting 28%. That is disgusting. Rebounds per game. Aiden and Collins lead us right now. Not much of a shock. Only 4.9 assists for Schroeder per game. Got to get that up. And Schroeder obviously averaging the most points per game. For us at the moment, I don't know how much longer he will be the #1 scoring option if it continues to go this way. If we can kind of switch and gear our team towards running through somebody else who might start doing that and have Schroeder become just more of a passer for us. Points allowed per game, we are pretty low. Plus minus or differential, we're pretty low as well. Field goals made, we are second to last in the league. And attempted, we're third to last. So I'd like to really see this team attempt more shots. 3-pointers attempted, we're 21st. I'd like to see us get more shots up too. I might go in to edit some of the guys, I forget what it's called, but where they just attempt more shots. I completely forget what it's called at the moment. Offensive rebound percentage, though, we are really good right now as far as getting offensive rebounds. We are middle of the pack for a team that has been pretty bad. Assists per game really has to get up. I'm really not liking the amount of assists Dennis Schroeder is getting for us. Steals per game, though, we're middle of the pack. Blocks per game are pretty low. Turnovers per game, we are #1 in the league, tied for first, so that has definitely got to get cleaned up. So that is going to do it. Right now, the Hawks are 8 games in, 2-6 in those performances, so we have got to get that up this season if we want to make at least an 8th or 7th seed is where I'd like to be this season. So that is going to do it. Thanks everybody so much for watching another episode of this Hawks GM. Make sure you subscribe for more. Go back and watch the old ones. I will see you all next time. Have a great day.